It's Week 15 of the National Football League, and everyone's eyes goes to Jahmyr Gibbs. He comes into this one second in the league in rushing with an eye on becoming #1. It's the Lions and the Packers, just ahead on EA Sports.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. The final 4 weeks of the NFL regular season is upon us. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. Partner, it's Week 15. Just feels like a horse race. We're at the top of the stretch. Now it's the sprint for home.
And up until this point, Mike, every team's goal is, can we be in the conversation for the playoffs in this final 4-week stretch? Where here we are. And if you've done that, well, man, there is nothing more exciting than playing NFL football at the end of the regular season when you're in playoff contention. But for those who aren't, this is where you have an opportunity as a player to extend your career, get invited back to training camp next season. A lot of teams' years are made at the end of the year, and a lot of individual players' careers are made down the stretch here in these final couple weeks.
The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. And they're led by the man who waited his turn, the 2020 first-rounder, Jordan Love.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. Second down and 3.
Set, hut. Ready, go. Set, hut.
He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll have a first down as he gets this up close to the 40-yard line. Injured player on the field, and he's battled through injuries throughout his career. Christian Watson, the injured party. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. He's going to run it. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
14 on the pickup. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up.
Come on, set, hut. Ready,
On second down, Love. That's into traffic, but taken in. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. 7th play of this opening drive, and here's third down.
Ready, go.
On play action, Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player.
Ready, break.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Set, ready. Ready.
Love. This one is caught by Luke Musgrave. And he's in! Luke Musgrave! Touchdown, Green Bay. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Williams now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. #1 overall pick in 2016 leads him out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
One thing that was pretty evident when we had a chance to talk to him, Mike, is this guy, he just wasn't satisfied with his individual performance. They came away with the win, and that was great. But one area that seems to continue to hold him back is that he's predetermining where he goes with the ball. Not only did it lead to the...
Jahmyr Gibbs! And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score! 74 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
That ties the game at 7.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And he's been a workhorse in the backfield this season, right there amongst the league leaders in rushing late in the campaign. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Hut, hut.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Ready.
From the gun, it's Love. Completes this one. That's Christian Watson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Down. Hut, hut.
Here's Love to throw. That complete to Jacobs. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
2nd down and 8.
Set. Hut.
Here's Love. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard.
Set. Hut. Check pink.
We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And he will have a Packers 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up.
Ready, ready, ready.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. A pass taken in by Watson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Let's go now.
The Lions 26-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. That's caught right side. It's the tight end, Musgrave. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. 3rd and 6.
Here we go, set. Set.
Now Love. The throw here is complete. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down.
Come on, set.
From the gun, here comes Jacobs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Jacobs. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
On the double.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Set, ready. Set.
Now Love. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
By Makai Bingo. A loss of 10 yards. Brings up 4th down.
A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. On 4th down, here's Anders Carlson for the Packers field goal try. This a 44-yard attempt. Carlson's kick is good. And the Packers will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Past midfield. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return.
A lot of what goes into being a great kick returner comes down to vision. And you're going to see here, he finds the cutback lane, and as he accelerates down the left side of the field, he wasn't far from taking it all the way down the sideline and into the end zone.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Williams in motion. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. That'll be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. They'll run the draw with Jacobs. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
They'll go play action with Love. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Down. Ready?
Throwing is Love. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And the Packers are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Ready? Dog red. Switch yellow. Switch red.
To throw is Love. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Ready. Opposite. Green. Ready. Ready.
A run up the middle with Jacobs. A second effort, and he is in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Packers will get out in front 17-7. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Here's Williams on the return. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he's putting together a remarkable season, currently leading the NFL in passing yards as we play here in the month of December. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll take this up past the 40, a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Once again, it's Gibbs. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2.
14.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
They'll go for it. Here's Goff. That's going to be caught. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they wind up getting 13 on 4th down.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, that's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
To the right side, that's St. Brown. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On 4th down, Goff. That's taken in, and he's going to have the first down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down. Here's Goff. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On 2nd down, Goff. escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
And those numbers tell a lot of the story of this first half, don't they, Mike? I mean, it's easy to see why he was a central piece in this game plan, and he makes another grab there to add to this growing stat line.
Now, Goff. And that is incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And that'll set up 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they'll go with their fullback. And he's going to have the Lions 1st down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on 4th down. Goff to throw. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Just seems nowadays, Mike, there's so many running backs in the NFL that you can classify as being dual threats. Of course, we see them every week make their impact on the ground. But here in the first half, it's his ability in the passing game and do bulk of his damage as a receiving threat.
And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Badgley's kick is good. And the Lions are back within a score. It's now 17-10.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Halftime now at Lambeau, and the Packers are on top as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start in the NFC North. Minnesota playing host to Chicago up at US Bank Stadium. And it's the home team who are out in front. Jordan Addison up near 100 yards receiving with a touchdown as well. Next, we're off to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. Derrick Henry has a touchdown run. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou to check on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Chris Olave, a touchdown reception. We just watched a solid first half from the 2022 rushing champ, Josh Jacobs. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the second half.
Both teams
and to bring it
ready
your
to
way,
get
we go back out
as
to
we
Mike
get back
and Greg.
underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Williams. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Lions offense, Jahmyr Gibbs, set to get back on the field. He had the touchdown reception earlier, and as we show you the NFL leaders in that category for running backs, there he is, right among the best in the league. Here's 1st and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. A second down throw for Goff. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down. From the gun, it's Goff. And that is incomplete. No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And that one is intercepted. Jair Alexander picks it off. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. So they make the decision on fourth down to try to go for it. Instead, it goes back the other way for a pick six.
Yeah, and anytime you go for it on fourth down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires. The defense is able to capitalize, and they take it all the way back the other way.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Packers move out to a 24-10 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to go to work once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Goff. Again, working deep downfield. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And this will be incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. So on fourth down, the Lions send out Jack Fox to punt, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. This brought in out past the 20. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside.
Set. Blue check. Yellow lining.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On second down, Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Ready, ready, ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. To return is Williams. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Lions offense ready to take over once more. Greg, sitting up here with you, this is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game. And when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense. And I think that's the body language that you're referring to. There is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense. And it's almost becoming the point where you don't want to be the guy with the ball because you're afraid you're going to give it up. And when it gets to that, man, as an offense, you're in trouble.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing here is Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Open man downfield, it's Laporta. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
So there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. To throw is Goff. That pass caught by Amon-Ra. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, that's it. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. He's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8-yard line. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lions will cut into that lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Now return coming from the 7. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Packers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down.
Let's go now.
On play action, Love. Throw across his body is complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
Here we go. Set. Black swap.
They'll go play action with Love.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
He's got his tight end. That's Musgrave. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Here we go. Check White. Ready, ready.
They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Set, ready. Check pink. Click yellow.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain. You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Packers will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nicholas Morrow.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Love to throw on 1st and 10. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. 2nd and 7.
Down.
On the ground, it's Jacobs. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
On comes the Packers punting team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And that one had too much behind it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. That's caught right side. It's Hopkins. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. On 2nd down, Goff. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Fight 60.
Running is Jacobs. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Playing close quickly. And here comes 3rd down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Anders Carlson here now to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Three for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Packers will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Williams now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. That's a short one caught by Laporta. That one good for a dozen and a very quick 1st down. Goff to throw. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. The Lions called their first timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute left in this one. So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up.
Super.
Goff to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. Williams in motion. On 4th down, Goff. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Edgerrin Cooper. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick 6, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal. Love will take a knee, and that ought to do it.
Okay, right?
So, it's a win for the Packers. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the second time this year. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Packers are winners as we say so long from legendary Lambeau Field.